Trying something a little different for YouTube. A book review. I'm going to be trying some different things for this format because I intend to review more novels as this goes on. And not graphic ones. So, Earthquakes rock. So, in this fantasy steampunk novel, earthquakes rock a country, even as far back as a small farm town. For our hero, Zara von Monocle. Her father has been missing for 3 years as he commanded the last airship in their fleet. Her nation, Rosalinda, is the only nation on Earth that has airships, and that is the sole thing holding the Winrith Empire at bay. The Winrith Empire continues to invade. Are they earthquakes related? Nobody knows. As she is talking to her neighbor, James Gentry, a lawyer named Mr. Gall Smith comes to her farm and informs her that she has inherited her father's airship, and she must take command. And at least as long as it takes to get it to the capital. She and James then find out that the Winrith Empire has penetrated as far as her hometown. She and her neighbor James have to make their way to the airship, and then from a series of exciting adventures make it to the capital city, where the king formally grants her command. She takes the title of baronet, even though properly it should be baroness. And all sorts of exciting characters are met as they go on an adventure to find out the fate of her father and what is behind the sudden aggression by the Winrith Empire. This novel is if all that sounds like a good setup to you, well, I'm not going to give away anything more. I will say that this is a very well written book. It intersplices it's written in the first person, but it intersplices Zara von Monocle's adventures with her father's log. Entries such as this. And the fun, swashbuckling adventure is offset with a seriousness to it. Such as entries like this. How do I keep morale high when there's such a death toll? The old crew are beaten down. The new crew is scared. Parker Pal is telling stories of our past exploits. Excerpt from Baron von Monocle's log, day 19 of the month of Kings, 16th year of Malachi the 16th's reign. All sorts of memorable characters and relationships are formed, and there's a great mystery, and there's even a twist near the end that takes a classic monster and does something with them that I don't think I've ever seen in any piece of fantasy or anything else. The world is well realized and well thought out, and it's clear that author John de la Raz has plotted this out very well. I'm going by the first edition of the book. He has since released the second edition, which I believe is the primary edition now available on Amazon, which is where this book can be ordered. If this book has steampunk, and it also has elements that remind me of the early adventures of, say, Horatio Hornblower in his books, where he has a lot to learn and he's thrust into the military career at about the same age our hero Zara von Monocle is. And there is a well-developed arc. She definitely has skills and is creative, and she proves herself, but there is a lot for her to prove. And she is far from helpless, but she also has a lot to learn, and other more experienced people, and the sheer force of what she faces gives her an arc, and also makes the adventure all the more thrilling, since there are different obstacles to overcome, and you feel the full weight of the problems before her, and thus they make any little victory she obtains more enjoyable. So if if a steampunk adventure starring a farm girl learning to command an airship and trying to find out the whereabouts of her father and the cause of a war in a well-realized fantasy steampunk world sounds along with her best friend from her farming town and a ferret sounds interesting to you, then this is probably the book for you. I'm not going to pretend it's the greatest novel ever written, but it is an extremely good novel of this genre, and I give it a 9 out of 10. So, hope you found this interesting, and I hope you consider picking it up. Alright, so